Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.
Razzaban IFL TV in association with MTK Global, just past midnight here, and seeing Joe Joyce victorious against Daniel Dubois. With me, I've got the man they call the knowledge, and he's the knowledge for a reason. Spence, we spoke a few days ago, and you told me that Joe Joyce will do exactly what he did today. It's not a surprise to me because you get most predictions right, but did you surprise yourself? Did you think he could actually stop him?
I did, but the safer bet for me was for him to win on points. But no disrespect to Daniel Dubois. I was talking to Tunde Ajayi earlier today. I was watching Daniel Dubois, and I said, you know what, Daniel Dubois has a lot to learn. He's very novice, he's very basic. Like I said to you, he's a love child of Frank Bruno, but Frank Bruno had a better jab than him. And I think he got found out, and that was it. And it's not only that, but when you have things given to you so easily, when you haven't earned certain things, you've got to give Joe Joyce all the credit in the world. You know what I mean? The safest bet for me was to go Joe Joyce on points, but I thought they could stop him down the stretch. I think I said that on the interview I did the other day with you. And that's what he did. And I got to give Joe Joyce all the credit in the world. And let's be real, Daniel Dubois quit. And that's that. It's not even me being horrible on the guy. I know him, I know his family, but bottom line, you quit, mate. And you quit, and it's more to do with the fact, like, people say, like, Daniel Dubois, he's not on social media. Daniel Dubois, his life has been based just on boxing. Do you know what I mean? That's what his life has been. So you got to think, like, if it's just been based on that, sometimes it may not be enjoyable. Because if you're in a fight and you're enjoying what you're doing, then better stuff comes out of you. But unfortunately, in this fight here, nothing better came out of the fight. So we didn't see nothing from Daniel Dubois. All the credit in the world to Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce has been, listen, Joe Joyce's first professional fight, they give him Ian Lewison. Ian Lewison, former British heavyweight title challenger. Ian Lewison, the amateur, was a serious guy in comparison to the guys that Daniel Dubois has been given. And I'm saying, like, credit has to be given to Joe Joyce, because he executed his plan well. He didn't have Ishmael Salas in the corner, so I thought that could have been a major factor, and it wasn't. And yeah, I got to just props to Kid. He fought a really smart, can't even say Kid, he's 35, but a really smart game plan, popping at the jab, wasn't fazed by the power. He took away his power. And you know what? I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to be, I think we've just seen the end of Daniel Dubois.
Wow.
I don't think he can come back from it.
Why do you say that?
Why? Because of, like, your heart's not in it, bro. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, your heart's not in boxing. I think you're doing boxing because that's all you believe that you know. I don't think you're doing boxing because you actually love boxing. And that's real. Because if you actually love boxing, you would have waited to hear 9, 10, then decide to get up. You could have heard 8 and then decide to get up and try and go out with your shield, but he didn't have the technical prowess or the ability to continue, and he thought, to hell with this, because it got too hard for you. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you see when guys get things their own way too long. That's what happens. And I think that, and I'm not dissing him, I really do like Daniel Dubois, but I think he's got too many gas men around him. You know what I mean? He's got too many gas men around him, and who don't work for British Gas. So he's being gassed, even though he's very quiet and, yeah, you know what I mean, very Frank Bruno, which Frank would Ricky Dion, but that kind of way. But bottom line is this: you quit, right? And when you quit, it's hard to come back from. Seriously on that, it's very, very difficult to come back from when you've quit. And I'm telling you now, the young man, he quit.
Spence, let me ask you, he doesn't have a lot of experience in fighting the top elite fighters. He's very, very young, didn't have a long amateur career as well. Now, when you're in a fight like that, which is close, your eyes been closing for about 4 or 5 rounds, and you physically cannot see, what do you do? Do you take the knee and say, I'll come back another day as long as my eye is healthy? Or do you stand there and continue to take punishment and potentially...
No, but you're saying continue to take punishment, yeah? Mike Tyson famously said something when John the Beast Mugabe got stopped by Dwayne Thomas, right? I think that was 1987 for the WBC light middleweight championship, or junior middleweight, or super welterweight as you call it today. And John Mugabe actually got thumbed in the eye, but he turned his back and then Dwayne Thomas threw a combination on him and he stopped the fight. And Mike Tyson said, why did he stop fighting? He said that I couldn't see. He said you had the other eye to see out of. Getting impaired vision is one thing. Like, you go cover your eye is one thing. I've seen it. You know what I mean? Right? You quit because it was going rough for you. And obviously it must have hurt, but you still quit. And that's the hurtful thing. You still quit. So there's going to be questions to be asked for you, or that you're going to have to go. Like, certain times, this is how this thing goes. You got to go, like, if you love the game so much, the moral of you loving the game is more than money. And what I've noticed in society now, right, is like people put money over morals. You should learn the fundamentals of this game a little bit more. You turn pro, what, 20, 21? That's very young to turn professional, right? In the heavyweight division. And I think you guys were running down, the whole team, your whole camp, this comparison between you and Anthony Joshua, right? There was no comparison between you and Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua was an accomplished Olympic gold medalist. There is a difference. So if you're trying to sell yourself, you shouldn't try to sell yourself over the back of someone. He tried to sell himself over the back. Oh, I looked at Anthony Joshua inspiring. Remember that? All of that shit? Bro, all these things come to bite you in the bum. Because I don't actually think that is Daniel Dubois saying that. I think it's the people around me. Oh yeah, that's going to be the selling point. Shouldn't be the selling point. The selling point should have been that we have this new heavyweight on the horizon that's going to do damage and carry on doing things. But listen, you can't compare AJ Carter to Brain Slavin. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't, I've forgotten the Oriental guy that they brought over. You know what I mean? I'm next month I'm 47, I could knock out that guy. Right? And I never had the best record as a fighter, but I'd knock him out. I know that much. So you get one of these kind of things that is in no way preparing you to go fight for a European title against a 2016 silver medalist at super heavyweight. No, it doesn't. It don't. And that's the thing, it don't. And they rushed the kid. And because he quit, I wish he went points and lost on points. He said, well, I know the adjustments, I know what I can do. You can't come back from quitting. Trust me.
So Spence, leading up to the 10th round, how did you have the scorecards? Because I believe the official judges, one had it for Joyce, one had it for Dubois. I'm not sure if the third judge had it, but how did you have it?
I had it very close, but I had Joe Joyce up by 1 round. But the thing, what I really realized was the fact that me saying that, it was like, it was still a close fight. But the better work, the more methodical work was coming from Joe Joyce, but the eye-catching shots were actually coming from Daniel Dubois. But like I said, it is what it is, and now we go look and see what else is going to happen for the young man.
Spence, you say you think he doesn't come back again?
No,
okay.
I don't.
So he quits in the 10th round, but up until round 9, how did you rate his performance against someone you say was a silver medalist in the 2016 Olympics?
Yeah, wait. We've got to call it as it is. Joe Joyce is very effective, but not, but that's the best I've seen in box, right? He looked good. Even down to his shorts. I liked his shorts, man, right? His shorts look wicked, right? But no, regardless of that, because everybody was picking Daniel Dubois. You was picking Daniel Dubois. Everyone was Daniel Dubois. Now Daniel Dubois going to knock him out. Because you're not seeing knockouts. This is what I'm saying. When I see punches, or some alleged punches, I'm saying, what's going to happen when a guy can take his shot? Then what? I like to see skill. When I see skill demonstrated, they'll say, boy, you know what? And regardless, Joe Joyce had those fights. He got hurt by Brandon Jennings. He had to suck it out, come back, then wins the fight. You know what I mean? So he's been in those fights. Daniel Dubois been in those fights. And the next, I'm telling you this now. If Dean Powell, God rest his soul, who used to work for Frank Warren, was alive, Daniel Dubois would have got the better fights on the come up. You know what I mean? He'd have got the better fights. I don't know who's matchmaking right now for Frank Warren, but it was shoddy matchmaking as far as I'm concerned. I'm speaking my mind. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because I don't care who likes me or dislikes me. I'm speaking my mind. That's it. You know, that's what you're gonna get with me. I think if Dean Powell was alive, Daniel Dubois would have had a better chance going in there with someone like Joe Joyce because he'd have got the right fights at the right time. But you see right now, with the world being as it is with this COVID and everything, we don't know where we're standing. We're rushing now to say, well, okay, then we're going to need to go get this fight. We're going to need to go take this fight, and all the rest of it, right? But because certain people they're rushing to get to the top so much. They're rushing. So you're rushing, they've come up second place. All I've got to say is props, massive, massive props to Joe Joyce. Big up, you know what I mean, Sam Jones as well, because he's my guy. He gets a lot of stick, but Sam Jones is my proper guy. We speak very regular, and he knew my call was for Joe Joyce. And he was like, for real, because he phoned me out. I said, yeah, I got Joe winning this fight. But I still weren't too sure. But fair play to Joe Joyce. And I'm going to say again, the only way Daniel Dubois can come back is if he goes back to basics. You know what I mean? And to go back to basics is to be around the right people to raise up your energy and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? I like Martin Bowers a lot. He's a nice guy. But I didn't like the corner work. Effing and blind at a young man. Here's a young man, and you know he's the fragile young man as well. Do you know what I mean? Come on, you got effing this and effing that. What, is that instructions? Tell me if that's instructions. Because that's not the fire rocket that you need. I would like to say, look, just keep on doubling up your jab. Just keep on doubling up your jab and wait, double up your jab, then throw the right hand. Then go back with your jab, throw the right, then come out left hook. I never heard those instructions. And that's not me gunning the Bowers, but I think, I told you the other day, they haven't been in a fight of this magnitude before, right? But when you've been in an Olympic final, you've been in that magnitude, so you're not going to be nervous. The nervous energy is not going to be there like that. And plus, Joe Joyce is a very, very relaxed man. So I'm going to say this again, props to Joe Joyce. I'm going to find it, I see it very difficult for Daniel Dubois to come back from this. And I don't care who wants to be upset, or like, I know one of these advisors very, very well. I don't care who wants to be upset. I'll speak my mind. I was disappointed in his performance because he quit. All right? And on that note, God, you want to ask something? Go, shoot.
I do. Where does Joe go from here? We know potentially, he said Usyk maybe next. How does Joe cope with Usyk, Fury, Joshua, White? Are those the fights that he should now go for? Because he's not getting any younger.
It doesn't matter about he's not getting younger. He's improving. He's improving every fight. That was a very, very good performance. There's no rush for Andy Joshua with Joe Joyce at all, because I don't think he'll beat Andy Joshua right now. There's no rush. Forget Tyson Fury. There's no rush, right? I would look for the Usyk fight for the simple fact that Usyk's going to need a dance partner. Let's be real. You know what I mean? And maybe there could be a BT Sky mix-up. You never know. You know what I mean? Maybe that. Do you understand? But that's what I see right now. I'm not calling no one else's name. What I've noticed with Joe Joyce, he's taken risky fights and he's come through. So right now, you can't really knock the guy. I rate him. I want to congratulate him on his performance. You know what I mean? And I'm saying well done. And I'm going to bounce now. I won't talk too long because people want to start slagging me off in the comment section and all the rest of it and say that I'm not the knowledge, but I called this fight right.
And many others as well. Spencer Fearon, IFL TV, thank you very much.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.